Welcome to the Reselling Consultants Top 10 Flips of the Year. Coming in at number 10 is the Somerset CDR 2000. This was a Craigslist find across the state. I had a delivery for a wolf range going to Moab, Utah. Made a video about it. But on the way over to Moab, why not check out Craigslist in all the small little towns on the way? And we found this Somerset doe shooter for $100 and it sold for $2,524, leaving us with a profit of just over $1,600. And if $1,600 is the profit for flip number 10, buckle up. Moving over to number 9. This is a perfect Fry PFC5700. Story behind this one. This one was listed on Facebook Marketplace for over a year at $6,000. And me being me, I figured let's shoot this guy an offer, just see what he says. So I messaged him and I offered him $1,500 in cash. And because this thing was listed for over a year, he jumped on it immediately. So went and picked it up for $1,500 and it sold for over $4,000, leaving us at a profit just over $1,700. My 8th highest profit flip of the year was actually something that I cold called for. This right here is a Thermador 48-inch range top. And I found this thing not on Facebook Marketplace, not on Craigslist. I called every appliance installer in my city, every single one. This guy said he had this sitting in his warehouse for no buyer, he just needed it gone. So what did I do? I offered him 500 smackaroonies for it, drove down to Colorado Springs, picked it up, and it sold for $3,501. After shipping and fees, we were left with a profit of $1,744. So, lesson to take away from this, maybe call some people in your local area because off-market deals are the best deals. Now, before we get over to highest flip number 7, I have a big announcement to make. On February 1st, I will be releasing my buy list. One of the most often questions I get asked is, how do you find items to buy? Well, to make it easier for you, you won't have to do the research because I have done 3 years of research to develop this buy list, and I spent the last 3 months building it. So February 1st, the buy list will be released. If you want to be one of the first ones to buy it, join my Facebook group because then I collect your email and I will send you an email when it shows up, because this is something that will help you make well over $100,000 next year flipping items on eBay, just like I did this year. Top profit flip number 7 was a Packo Jet PJ1. This thing was listed on Craigslist for $1,300 for over a month. And I looked up the comps. I'm like, this thing sells pretty well. And on top of that, it had over 15 of these little metal canisters, and the metal canisters themselves sell for $100. So texted the guy off of Craigslist. I said, hey, I'll swing up there for $600 cash and I'll come pick it up. He said, come get it, man. So $600 later, it sold for $3,000, leaving us with a profit of $1,748. Top profit flip number 6 of 2024 is an FBD772 slushy machine. These are the slushy machines that you go to 7-Eleven on 7-Eleven and fill up your whatever cup you want with a slushy. And we bought one for $150 off of Facebook Marketplace from a guy who services these machines. So not only did we get an amazing deal, but we got a connection where this guy will bring us more of these slush machines all day long. This item sold for $2,996. After purchase price, shipping, and fees, we were left with a profit of $1,865. That's just number 6. We're just getting started. Coming in at number 5 is our first gas range of the list. Don't worry, there are many more, but this is the first one. This is a Blue Star 36-inch RCS model. Blue Star, brand new brand to me this year, brand new brand to you now. We bought this thing off of Craigslist. Starting to see a theme here of Craigslist. Don't sleep on it. We paid $200. Guy had it listed for 500, we paid 200. Again, another running theme, make offers. Worst they can say is no. Best case scenario, they say yes and you make a lot of money. We sold this thing on eBay to a local buyer for $2,200. So you know what that means? We do not have to pay for shipping because we just drove it to him. So after purchase price, after fees, we made $1,963 on this Blue Star Range flip. Next up is an item we sold recently, and actually I made a video about it, how to package your freight shipment items. This is one of the items I packaged. This guy right here is an Ovention Matchbox M1718. Again, you go to gas stations, you get the pizzas that come out on the tray that like Casey's or Mavericks. This is the machine they use to make it, an Ovention Matchbox. We paid $200 from a guy who posted on Facebook who does restaurant equipment repairs. Again, one, great deal, two, great connection to have. So, paid $200 for it. We sold it for $3,762. After shipping and fees, it was our biggest shipment ever. We made $2,262. Now, item number 3 is something special because it's not only one item, it is 5 separate sales of the same type of range. We sold this year 5 Wolf ranges. You know, I love talking about these because they sell all the time. So, Wolf ranges, brand new, not brand new, but the newer version with the bulkier knobs. We sold 5 of them between 36-inch and 48-inch models. And let me just read through the profits per each item. So, we have Wolf DF364G with red knobs. We paid $2,200 for that. That was a really big purchase. I would not pay that much money nowadays, but we paid $2,200. We sold it on Facebook to a local buyer for $4,500, leaving us with a cash profit of $2,300. Second Wolf range, we paid $650 for it. That's why you need to be on Facebook Marketplace, set alerts. I saw this thing within 30 minutes of being listed. We paid $650 for it. We sold it locally, same week, for $3,000, leaving us with a profit of $2,350. Third Wolf range is a DF364G, which means it has a griddle. We paid $500 for it. Again, same deal. Saw it immediately when it was posted. We sold it to a local buyer on eBay. He lived about 2 hours away, so we delivered it. Order total was $3,708. After fees, we made $2,398. Wolf range number 4. We paid $1,400 for this. We sold it on eBay for $5,500. So eBay fees on that alone were $730, but after fees, after shipping, we made $2,603. And last but not least, in terms of Wolf ranges, was one of my first big freight shipment sales. This was a Wolf R486G, a 48-inch range. We paid $1,000 for it from a guy in the mountains, and it sold locally on Facebook to that person in Moab that I talked about earlier in the video with the Somerset dough sheeter for $4,560, leaving us with a profit from that one flip. Again, we paid maybe $100 for gas, but $3,560 from one range. And I know people who go to the thrift store and don't make that in a month. And I'm not hating, but I'm hating a little bit. Come on, stop going to the thrift store. And by far, at number 2, our biggest eBay sale of this year was a Robot Coupe Blixer 30. This thing was listed on Facebook Marketplace for a couple months for $1,900. I was like, you ain't getting $1,900, so I offered him $800 cash. We showed up with the trailer, loaded it up. It was on wheels, so easy to move. $800 cash. Same week we listed it for $7,000. We got an offer for $6,000, and we freaking took that thing and sold it and shipped it. And after fees and shipping, we profited $3,773. And that's only number two. It's only number two. And to wrap up 2024 with a beautiful year of selling appliances and restaurant equipment, coming in at number one is two items. We sold two Viking 36-inch ranges to the same guy for $4,600. Story behind these. Call appliance installers. We called the highest end appliance installer in Denver, and we said, what do you do with the appliances that you uninstall? He says he scraps them. I was like, don't freaking scrap them. I will give you cash for them, well over scrap value. And that's what happened with these. Two Viking 36-inch ranges. We paid $400 a piece, sold for $4,600 to a local buyer who came and picked them up with his pickup truck, leaving us cash profit of $3,800. So if you're not selling appliances and restaurant equipment, maybe you should be. And that's it. That was a fucking amazing year. What a hell of a year flipping items on eBay. Not only was it a great year for me, it was a great year for you guys. You guys are showing me support in the Facebook group. You guys are showing me the flips you're making. I'm like, these guys are out here crushing. So join the Facebook group and stay tuned for when I release my buy list. I have been working on this for months. I'm building a website for it. I'm releasing it, and it's going to be very expensive, but it will be so worth your money and time. And if it's not, I'll give you my address. You can slap me in the face. But I want this to be the best thing that you've ever purchased in your entire life. So join my Facebook group. I'll get your email. I'll send you an email when it's done and when it's live. And let's get out there and enjoy 2025. Do something fun. And most importantly, make some freaking money selling appliances and restaurant equipment on eBay. Peace.